Fellow Envoy pilots, when I was elected, I made a commitment to bring you the most up-to-date and relevant information. We would neither hide facts nor misrepresent the issues. A key component to this commitment is to be honest and straightforward, even when the news is bad. I don't see any value in providing a false sense of hope or security. Many of you are making career decisions based on the future of our carrier. It is critical that you have the latest information to make those choices. For the last couple of weeks, your MEC has been working on a comprehensive proposal intended to show company executives what kind of agreement will be supported by our pilot group. The proposal included many of the elements the company indicated it needed in order to be competitive in the fee-for-departure market. It focused on minor changes to our current agreement that would keep costs under control while positioning Envoy to attract new hires and keep providing the top-tier product we deliver today. The company got wind of our intentions and they reached out to discuss it. We were advised that any such proposal will be summarily rejected and that the aircraft intended to refleet Envoy are being committed to other carriers. We were also advised of the following. They may come back to talk with us after they've committed the aircraft elsewhere. That could be in a few months, but it would be for whatever, if any, aircraft are left over at that point. Several elements contained in the failed tentative agreement are completely off the table. We will not see a guaranteed fleet plan. There will be no increase to our current career progression model or the flow-through. Without those key elements, we face a very uncertain future. Now, Pedro recently applauded our performance and thanked us for our efforts. But make no mistake, that sentiment is not shared by the American Airlines group. Rather than reflecting the value we bring to the corporation, the company executives are denying our carrier the opportunity to succeed. We have little control over the business decisions made by AAG. Just over a year ago, we agreed to an 8-year concessionary deal. We were told that if we agreed to that bankruptcy TA, our costs would be competitive within the fee-for-departure industry and that we would be refleeted with larger aircraft. Rather than live up to that commitment, they demanded more concessions. We are 2,700 pilots strong in an environment where qualified ATP-rated pilots are in very short supply. You would think that we would be fairly compensated and provided the tools that we need to succeed. Instead, they are working to convince us that the opportunities are better elsewhere. They are also confident that they can achieve both the costs and the structure that we found unacceptable at other fee-for-departure carriers. Especially confusing is the fact that the company executives have gone to Congress looking for a federal government bailout. They're trying to get Congress to roll back safety initiatives due to, yeah, you guessed it, a lack of qualified pilots. Lawmakers from both sides of the aisle question the justification for the poverty-level wages of pilots in our segment of the industry. Lawmakers even went as far as to suggest the issue is simply supply and demand. We find it especially hypocritical that we will be punished for not agreeing to lower the current compensation level even further and locking it in for 10 years. So what happens now? We're working on revitalizing PBS. You will begin seeing trainers in the crew rooms again, and we will continue the education efforts related to the proposed LOA. Even if you are opposed to PBS, I encourage you to pay close attention to the details. If we choose to continue with our current bidding process, the company is going to be looking to take an $8.6 million bite out of our paychecks. This is going to fit nicely into their plan to punish us for refusing their demands. Let's make sure that we understand all the pros and the cons of PBS before we vote on it. In closing, we didn't choose to be in this position. The company chose to put us here. You've made it clear that you were committed to the success of our carrier. Your MEC is committed to finding an agreement that we can support and that will achieve that success. Thanks for listening and fly safe.